Hello everyone, welcome to the AD Q&A practice. We're going to start off with defense questioning. And this is a deposition format. All right, here we go. Ready? Would you state your name for the record, please? Conrad Pangan. What's your date of birth? 9/5/86. Would you spell your last name for the record? Pangan. Where do you presently reside? In Corona. What's the address? 1210 Quivero, Quivero, Circle. Do you have, how did you get here today? I drove. Do you have a driver's license? Yes, I do. Can I take a look at it, please? Go ahead. The witness has handed me a California driver's license number B4651025, Class C, and it identifies Conrad del Rosero Pangan. Pangan. Yes, Pangan. It expires September 5 in 2010. You want to take a look, counsel? Thank you. I said 2010. I meant 2020. Have you ever had your deposition taken before? No, I haven't. Let me take a few moments and hopefully put you at ease. My name is Bob Ricks. I am representing Farmers Insurance Exchange in an insurance matter. The lady to your right is going to introduce herself to you. She represents the insured under the insurance policy that we're talking about. These are Samara Fadil Muhammad and Gazwed Farah. Is that close? We're here as a result of a traffic accident for which I have a police report that indicates that you were involved in that. Yes. Do you recall that traffic accident? Yes, I guess it was the day after Martin Luther King Day. Okay, now you've been placed under oath. The oath you've been given is the same oath that would happen if you were in a court of law. Okay. The court reporter is going to have a booklet prepared which will read very much like a play that you might have read in school. It will identify the speaker on the left and the words of the person on the right, and you will have an opportunity to read that. You can make any changes that you feel are necessary, but we have a right to ask you why you needed to make changes. Do you understand that? Yes. You need to let us know if you are confused with a question. You said earlier it was the day after Martin Luther King Day. Is that correct? Yes. Do you have any questions of me about what a deposition is and how we'll proceed today? No, I've seen it happen before. Is there any reason why you shouldn't proceed today? I have no reason. Go ahead. You haven't consumed any alcohol or pharmaceuticals within the last 24 hours that would affect your ability to recall and testify today? No, I haven't. All right, so we're going to switch over to another transcript. We're going to hopefully finish this one today. Here we go. Have you taken any trips within the past 2 years where you're required to sit more than 2 hours at a time? Any airline trips or anything like that? Oh no. Taken any long extended trips? I've taken vacations, but we always get out and walk, like say every 2 hours. Did you drive across state? Oh no, not that far. The farthest I think I've been was, I can't remember. Was it within the last 2 years? I think I went up to San Francisco within the past 2 years, so that must have been the furthest. So somebody drove you to San Francisco? Yes. Okay. Did you go with your mom? No. You went with some friends? No. I went with my dad's mom and dad, not my mom's. So your grandparents on your father's side? Yes, yes. How soon after the accident did that happen? Oh, I'd say 5 or 6 months after. Did you have any problems with your back during that trip? Yes. And I had my grandma rub it every night before I went to bed, and sometimes during the night I'd wake her up because I'd start crying. Did you take any Advil for that? Yes. What did you do in San Francisco? Just sightsee? Yes. You walked around and things like that? Not really. Window shopping? Sometimes window shopping. Mostly, we just went to the sites and we saw them and left. I didn't do much walking. Okay, can we go off for a minute? Back on the record. When you got out of the car after the 2 impacts and you got out of the car and you looked at some of the damage and you saw the other car on top of the truck on top of the other car, did you hear anything said between any of the people involved in the accident? Did you hear the man talk or your mother talk? I heard my mother talk. What did your mother say? She said, "Sir, could you please turn off your car? And I don't think you want it running because it's leaking." And then she goes, "Could I have your license?" and stuff like that. Did you hear any further conversations? I didn't hear nothing bad. After your truck was hit from behind, did it move forward any? Yes. How far forward did it move? You want an estimate? An estimate is fine. Was it further than this table in front of me? I'd say it was around 5 feet, something like that. The truck that your mother was driving, was it an automatic? Yes. You said you saw her put her foot on the brake after the first impact. Does that mean she had her foot off the brake at the time? No, she had it on the brake, but she pushed it harder, like all the way touched the ground. Okay, so your mother had her foot on the brake at the time she was hit from behind, and then she pressed on it harder. I know for sure. Yes. You saw that happen? Yes. Nothing further. Can I just ask one question real quick? Go ahead. When you said this therapist put something or did something to you that was bad for your back, if I use the word ultrasound, does that sound familiar as to what he did to you? That sounds familiar. Did he put a jelly or a gel on your back when he used this machine? Yes. And then the other question I have is, when Dr. Kearney examined you, did he ever take x-rays of you that you remember? No, I don't believe so. I don't have anything else. We'll close off this deposition. We'll stipulate to relieve the reporter of her duties under the code, and the original transcript will be mailed to plaintiff's attorney's office to be maintained by him under his custody and control. He will forward the original transcript to Heather Campbell, care of her guardian, Sidney Campbell, to be read and reviewed. Make any corrections thereto within 30 days, and then notify plaintiff's attorney of any and all corrections. He'll thereafter maintain the original in his office and notify my office of any modifications or corrections. That transcript will be signed under penalty of perjury within that period of time. If an original is not available at the time of trial or arbitration, or for any other means, an unsigned certified copy can be used for all other intents and purposes, and will make it available for any other proceedings wherein it might be required, and I'll stipulate, so stipulated. So obviously we've gone over, but I wanted to finish this transcript. So you have a great day, and that concludes the 80 Q&A practice.